Billy Flynn stunned by Connor Floyd replaces him as Chad DiMera in soap opera shock in a move that has left longtime fans of Days of Our Lives reeling and set soap opera circles ablaze. Beloved actor Billy Flynn was blindsided to learn that he had been officially replaced in the iconic role of Chad DiMera. Even more astonishing was who would be stepping into his shoes, none other than the young and the restless star and Flynn's current co-star, Connor Floyd. This unexpected casting crossover between two of daytime television's most popular soap operas has stirred intense emotions among viewers and actors alike. And at the heart of it is Billy Flynn, whose response to the news was nothing short of shocking. "Wait, he's replacing me." Flynn's reaction breaks the internet when the announcement hit the entertainment news circuit. Fans were still adjusting to the excitement of Flynn debuting as Kane Ashby on The Young and the Restless. Just days after his much-anticipated entrance into the Genoa City scene, Flynn found himself at the center of a twist few could have predicted. Connor Floyd, best known as Chance Chancellor on YNR, had been tapped to take over the role of Chad DiMera on Days, the very role Flynn had embodied for a decade. Insiders say Flynn was caught completely off guard. The news wasn't delivered to him personally or even through official channels. Instead, like many fans, he learned of his replacement via a trade article online. In what many perceived as a moment of stunned grace, Flynn took to Instagram to publicly address the bombshell. Posting a screenshot of the Deadline article announcing Floyd's casting, Flynn wrote, "Congratulations, Connor Floyd. Chad's in great hands. You're going to do great, man." The words were simple, supportive, but the context was anything but. To longtime viewers and industry watchers, it was clear that this was more than just a professional passing of the torch. It was a moment charged with emotion, a farewell to a character he poured his heart into, and a welcome to a fellow actor stepping into a legacy role. A legacy 10 years in the making. Billy Flynn's journey as Chad DiMera began in 2014, when he took over from Casey Daedrick. In the decades since, Flynn helped shape Chad into one of the most beloved and complex characters on Days of Our Lives. Fans watched as he navigated love, betrayal, grief, and redemption. His chemistry with co-star Kate Monsey, Abigail Devereaux, became a cornerstone of the show's success. For Flynn, playing Chad wasn't just a job, it was an identity. Over the years, he became synonymous with the role, winning praise from critics and viewers for his emotional depth and nuanced performance. So when he announced his departure from the show in March 2025, it felt like the end of an era. At the time, Flynn expressed a desire to spread his wings and explore new opportunities. That opportunity came quickly, in the form of CBS's The Young and the Restless, where he took on the role of Kane Ashby, a fan-favorite character previously portrayed by Daniel Goddard. Flynn's move was met with excitement, and his debut in Genoa City was hailed as a promising new chapter. But no one expected what came next. A casting curveball that left viewers speechless. The daytime drama world is no stranger to actor shuffles, but rarely has a swap been so direct and so jarring. Connor Floyd's leap from YNR to Days, specifically to replace Flynn as Chad, was like a plot twist straight out of a soap script. Floyd has played the determined and principled Chance Chancellor since 2021. Though well-liked by fans, his character recently shifted to a recurring role. Chance had been sent to France to assist Kane Ashby, yes, the same character now played by Flynn, prompting speculation that Chance might be written off or given a new trajectory. Now, the picture is clearer. With Floyd set to make his Days debut as Chad in April 2026, it appears the transition has been in the works for some time, something Flynn himself might not have fully realized until it was officially announced. Due to Days of Our Lives' notoriously far-ahead filming schedule, Flynn's episodes as Chad will continue airing until early 2026. That means for nearly a year, fans will be watching two Chad DiMeras simultaneously, the one portrayed by Flynn in episodes filmed months ago and the anticipation of Floyd stepping into the same role. It's a rare and surreal overlap that has only intensified audience curiosity and online speculation. Fan reactions and the future of Chance Chancellor. Fans of both actors have flooded social media with reactions ranging from excitement to confusion to outright mourning. Flynn's portrayal of Chad DiMera has left an indelible mark on the soap opera landscape. Many viewers have voiced concern that such an abrupt replacement, especially with an actor from a competing show, could be a risky move. Still, others are hopeful. Connor Floyd has proven his talent on YNR, and his clean-cut charm, emotional intensity, and strong screen presence Maybe just what Days needs to reinvigorate the DiMera legacy. Whether he can match the chemistry that Flynn developed with Days veterans remains to be seen. Meanwhile, questions remain about the future of Floyd's Y&R character. Chance Chancellor's story was left in a nebulous place, helping Kane in France. With Kane now played by Flynn, the door is wide open for a potential storybook exit, or possibly a dramatic return down the line. But for now, it seems Floyd is trading the streets of Genoa City for the secrets of Salem. An end, a beginning, and a bittersweet goodbye behind the scenes. Casting decisions are rarely simple. Timing, contracts, creative direction all play a role. But for fans and actors alike, these changes are more than strategic shifts. They're deeply personal. For Billy Flynn, the surprise of seeing his role handed to a former co-star must have been layered with emotion. Pride, perhaps, but also heartbreak. After all, you don't spend 10 years inside a character's skin without leaving a part of yourself behind. In true professional fashion, Flynn's public reaction remained composed and congratulatory. But make no mistake, the soap world just experienced one of its biggest behind-the-scenes shakeups in recent memory. And the story is far from over. Stay tuned, because if daytime television has taught us anything, it's that just when you think the story's settled, a twist is always around the corner. Next, Part 2. Horton Square, with its cobblestone paths and quaint shops, is usually a place of warmth and community. But on this chilly afternoon, the air was thick with tension as Brady Black, still reeling from the recent loss of his father, John, found himself face-to-face with Melinda Trask. The lawyer, known for her sharp mind and sharper tongue, stood near a cafe table, her expression a mix of sympathy and defiance. Brady, his eyes shadowed with grief, wasted no time getting to the point. "I know what you're up to, Melinda," he said, his voice low but firm. "You're meddling in Tate's adoption, and my family doesn't trust you. Not one bit." Melinda, caught off guard but quick to recover, adjusted her coat and met his gaze. "Brady, I'm so sorry about your father," she began, her tone sincere. "But about Tate, Sophia came to me. I didn't seek this out." Brady wasn't having it. His jaw tightened as he stepped closer, his voice dropping to a near whisper. "I don't care who came to who. Tate stopped you, and that's all that matters. You've hurt people I love before, Melinda, Eric, Nicole. Don't think I've forgotten. Stay away from my family." The words hung in the air like a storm cloud. Melinda opened her mouth to respond, but Brady turned on his heel and walked away, leaving her standing alone in the square. Nearby, Sophia, who had slipped into the restroom moments earlier to catch her breath, emerged just in time to see Brady's retreating figure. Her heart raced. She'd overheard enough to know that her involvement with Melinda had stirred up trouble. As she watched Melinda gather her things and leave, Sophia couldn't shake the feeling that this was only the beginning. A hospital room full of questions across town at Salem University Hospital. The sterile halls buzzed with the quiet urgency of doctors and nurses tending to patients. In a small office, Dr. Sarah Horton sat with her friend Stephanie Johnson, their conversation heavy with the weight of betrayal. Sarah, her usually bright eyes clouded with worry, leaned forward, her hands clasped tightly. "It's about Philip's forged letter," Sarah said, her voice trembling slightly. "Xander knew about it, and I hid it from him. But someone betrayed me, Stephanie. Someone told him, and it's ruined my marriage." Stephanie, ever the loyal friend, reached out to touch Sarah's arm. "I'm so sorry, Sarah. I swear I didn't tell anyone. Neither did Alex." Sarah nodded, but her mind was racing. "I don't think it was you or Alex. Philip swears he didn't tell Xander, but I don't believe him. Just like I don't believe he's telling the truth about Xander attacking him." Stephanie frowned, piecing together the puzzle. "You think Xander used Philip's loss of inheritance to keep him quiet?" "It's possible," Sarah replied, her voice hardening. "But there's no evidence. That's the problem. If Philip would just admit what happened, we'd know the truth." Stephanie hesitated, sensing the gravity of what Sarah was about to ask. "What do you need me to do?" Sarah's eyes locked onto hers. "Talk to Philip. Get him to tell you the truth. If Xander did attack him, he deserves to go to jail. I need to know, Stephanie, for my peace of mind, for my family." Stephanie nodded, though her stomach churned at the thought. If Philip confessed, it could send Xander, Sarah's husband and a man with a complicated past, to prison for a long time. But loyalty to her friend won out. "I'll do it," she promised. A nightmare haunts Philip in a quiet hospital room. Philip Kyriakis stirred in his bed, his face pale and his breathing uneven. He'd just woken from a nightmare, the kind that clings to you like damp fog. In it, Xander's fists had rained down on him, each blow a reminder of the brutal attack he'd barely survived. Shaking off the images, Philip reached for his tablet, his fingers trembling as he opened a news article. The headline blared, "Xander cleared of assault charges." His heart sank. If Xander was in the clear, what did that mean for the truth he'd been holding so tightly? As he stared at the screen, the door opened and Brady stepped in, his face etched with sorrow. "Philip," he said softly, "I'm glad you're awake." Philip managed a weak smile. "Brady, I'm so sorry about John. I know how much he meant to you." Brady nodded, his eyes glistening. "Thanks. It's been rough, but there's some good news. Bo's back in town and he got what he needed from that drug deal mess you were tangled up in." Philip winced at the mention of the back alley deal gone wrong. "Yeah, I screwed that up, but I'm glad Bo's okay." Brady sat beside the bed, his voice softening. "You know, we all thought Xander was the one who attacked you. It's hard to believe someone in our family could do something so barbaric. I just lost my dad. Philip, we've all hurt each other over the years, but at the end of the day, we're family. I can't lose anyone else." Philip's throat tightened. He'd lost his own father not long ago, and Brady's words hit home. "I get it," he said quietly. "Xander's family too. I know that." Before they could say more, Stephanie appeared in the doorway, her expression unreadable. Brady stood, clapping Philip on the shoulder. "I've got to get back to work. Take care, okay?" As Brady left, Stephanie stepped inside, her presence filling the room with a new kind of tension. "What brings you here?" Philip asked, though he already suspected the answer. Stephanie didn't mince words. "Sarah sent me. She wants the truth, Philip, about who attacked you. And about the forged letter. Did you lie? Did you tell Xander?" Philip's face hardened. "I didn't lie, Stephanie. I promised Sarah I wouldn't. And no, I didn't tell Xander about the forgery. Why would I?" Stephanie studied him, searching for a crack in his story. "Maybe to keep half your inheritance? You've got to admit it's a good motive." Philip let out a dry laugh. "I'm a little proud, sure, but I'm not that desperate. I didn't lie and I didn't tell." Stephanie wanted to believe him, but doubt lingered in her mind like a stubborn shadow. She thanked him and left, her heart heavy with unanswered questions. A shocking discovery back at the hospital. Stephanie found Sarah in the corridor, her white coat slightly wrinkled from a long day. "I talked to Philip," Stephanie said, her voice low. "He's sticking to his story. Says he didn't lie about the attack and didn't tell Xander about the letter." Sarah sighed, her shoulders slumping. "Thanks for trying, Stephanie. I know it wasn't easy." As Sarah turned to check on a patient, Stephanie started toward the exit, her mind replaying the conversation with Philip. But then, something caught her eye. A flash of color, a familiar object tucked into a corner of the hospital waiting area. She froze, her breath catching in her throat. It was a scarf, one she'd seen Xander wear countless times, now crumpled and forgotten near a chair. Her heart pounded. Could this be the evidence Sarah needed? Or was it just another thread in Salem's ever-growing web of secrets? The weight of family and truth in Salem. Family is everything, yet it's also the source of the deepest wounds. Brady's grief over his father's death binds him to Philip even as they navigate the pain of their shared history. Sarah's desperate search for the truth threatens to tear her marriage apart, while Stephanie finds herself caught between loyalty to her friend and the unsettling possibility that Philip's story might hold more than he's letting on. And somewhere in the shadows, Xander's name lingers, a question mark in a town that thrives on half-truths and hidden motives. As the sun sets over Horton Square, the residents of Salem brace for what comes next. Will Sarah uncover the betrayal that shattered her trust? Will Philip's secrets unravel under the weight of Stephanie's questions? And will Brady find a way to hold his fractured family together in the face of so much loss? One thing is certain, in Salem, the truth is never far away, but it always comes at a cost.